So it's been a while since the news broke of Disney's takeover of Fox, and now that we've had time to mull over the implications of this, most notably in the Marvel side of things, and the overall future of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, one of the properties Marvel has now got back is that of the Fantastic Four. Arguably, the foundations built by this team has led Marvel to become the powerhouse that it is today. Now, of course, we have seen big screen interpretations of this iconic group with the 2005 film and its sequel in 2007, and then of course the 2015 reboot. We all know how that one went. Well, we know how they both went, but let's not dwell on that too much. For the most part, Marvel has been smashing it out of the park with the MCU until this point, and with Avengers Infinity War coming this year to mark a huge moment in cinematic history, I want to look forward at what could be done with the Fantastic Four and who could fill their shoes. So without further ado, let's cast the Fantastic Four. So first we'll start with Mr. Fantastic himself, Reed Richards. One thing I'll give the 05 film was that they at least kept everyone adult or thereabouts. I could see someone like Glenn Howerton fit this role perfectly. Best known as Dennis Reynolds from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, he can have that dry humour and sarcasm that, if done properly, and from his portrayal as Dennis, as we have seen, a huge range from him considering what the character has been through. A bit of a sociopath really, but the thing is with Glenn Howerton, he has the edge, he has the look, and I think he can suit the role of Reed Richards perfectly. Next, we'll have a look at Susan Storm. I love Jessica Alba, and equally I love Kate Mara, but their take on the Invisible Woman hasn't been the brightest. Somebody like Lily James is a rising star in her own right, and has already proven herself in projects such as War and Peace, Downton Abbey, Cinderella, and a brilliant Baby Driver to name but a few. Given her drive to challenge herself, landing a role like this could launch her status to another level, and again, she can fit the look perfectly. Then we need to take a look at who would play her on-screen brother Johnny Storm. The Human Torch's fiery personality, pun intended, has his bad boy attitude that makes him an interesting character, but there are several routes that could be explored with this. So someone like Zac Efron is a big name on this list, but I think he could be perfect for this role. I may be biased here because I genuinely think he is a brilliant actor. He's got that level of seriousness, but his sort of comedic delivery is brilliant. And if you've watched other episodes of our CineChat podcast, then you'll see that I'm quite a big fan. He can bring his sort of signature blend of charisma, humour and attitude to this role, similar to what we've seen him do in something like Bad Neighbours or Baywatch, or even Mike and Dave Needs Wedding Dates. So I think Zac Efron would actually be quite a good shout for somebody like the Human Torch. So the final member of the group is Ben Grimm, known as The Thing. Now, this one was probably the most difficult one to sort of come up with an idea of who could play him, because the route that Marvel could go down with this character is open-ended. Would they be likely to go for something that we saw in the 05 film where it was mainly practical effect based, or would we see something more akin to the 2015 sort of CGI heavy version of The Thing? I think the way that some of the Marvel characters have been going recently, it's most likely that he will be animated, but regardless, I think somebody like Joel Edgerton would fit this perfectly. I mean, you can say what you want about the Netflix movie Bright, but his performance as Nick Jacobi blew me away. His commitment to the role is admirable, and something I think is crucial for the role of The Thing, because he is a very complicated character to explore. Obviously, with Edgerton's performance as Jacobi, he obviously had to don the sort of practical makeup kind of thing, but regardless of whether or not they do that or go for a CGI based role, I think he would be the perfect man for it. And I was going to end the video there, but you can't have the Fantastic Four without mentioning Doctor Doom, right? Arguably one of the most iconic villains that Marvel have to offer, and probably controversial, I'd say the best villain they have on there. So Victor Von Doom has the potential to be one of those very complicated characters, but in the comics he just is so developed, and he's really complicated but in a fascinating way. And I think if Marvel decide to bring Doctor Doom into the MCU, they need to go for a big name, they need to go for somebody that's proven, and I think somebody like Matthew McConaughey could take on this role in his stride. He can bring the perfect amount of intensity that this role needs, but he also has that capability to just be an overall badass. So that's who I think could play these characters in the MCU, if this is something that Marvel are considering, and let's face it, they will be. There's even a lot of rumours going around that the Baxter Building is going to be making an appearance either in Infinity War or in Avengers 4, which is why obviously the Avengers moved out of the Avengers Tower, so I think it's going to be interesting to see what happens with that going forward. But if you've enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, share, comment, and let me know who you would want to see play these characters below. And if you'd like to see more videos like this, suggest who you'd want me to look at next. So yeah, let's get a discussion going in the comments. Please like and share. I've been Nick from CineChat, and I'll see you next time.